Hello again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/TrooperBerry, and welcome back to more of the Long Dark and our Outer Walker Challenge? Is that what we're calling this? Yeah, so this is going to be day 2 of trying to do not just escape the Darkwalker, but dance with the Darkwalker, but using outer rules. Basically, no going into buildings. Transition caves are okay, but we don't loot and we don't linger there. And I am including Carter Hydro as a transition zone, basically. Just given the route we're taking, and our emphasis on maxing out the fog timer everywhere we go. Having to double back into, say, the ravine or, well, basically the ravine. Having to work our way back around to try to get to PV without going through Winding River. It just wouldn't work for our purposes. So, yeah, when we left off, we were at Poachers in the Muskeg. Other than leaving a few percent, that's like 8% or so on the clock in the ravine, we've maxed out everywhere we've been, which I am delighted by. So let's pick it back up. Okay, yeah, we are warded up. We are fully rested. Yeah, one thing I've been noticing as we've been doing this is that we've been dealing with a lot more. We've been dealing with cold because our clothing has just been kind of bad to middling. Food, well, we kind of had self-inflicted food issues because we misplayed the first zone. We forgot that the effects of the toxic fog actually kick in before the timer goes to 0. So we lost a good bit of the first batch of food, but we recovered to the point where we have well fed back. Or actually, when we have it, period. We haven't starved yet. Now, cattails have played a role in that, and given that we're popping into the connecting zone, dropping them, and then coming back for the fog, it's, well, they're a pain to pick up, but it beats the alternative. Okay. How long is it going to take to harvest these? 10 minutes, lovely. I want another crack at doing some repairs here. And then, where was the other? Yeah, you. 40 minutes. Maybe we don't. Yeah, I just want to touch up these socks if we can. Lovely. The shirt is doing next to nothing. How's our ward? We can take another crack at these. Yeah, because those are like, well, we get another 3 degrees. Oh, I'm carrying that around. We don't need that. Yeah, this is 50. This might top out at like 0.6 degrees. I don't know that we need to go that hard on that. Just making sure they're good enough to withstand one wolf attack without risking frostbite. That's probably good enough. Okay, we're holding on to our flares because we still don't have a lantern. Okay. I mean, are we gonna... Actually, are we gonna find... We might find one out of the... I don't think you get a lantern at a fire. Actually, yeah, well, we don't have a fire striker or any, even any wood matches yet either. Okay, so what's our plan here? We leave. Yeah, we go back up Hat Creek, and we take that transition cave up and over, milk the clock, and then we leave. Yeah, we should have ample time to do that. And we are all right on those. Okay. Very nice. And then that gives us... Yeah, that gave us like 0.7 degrees, something like that. Okay, yeah, so the... Yeah, baklava, good investment. Just go... Yeah, I think we just go. Yeah, we checked for food. They got like scrap, and that wasn't very good. All right, moving on. We do want to watch for Kool-Aid Bear, but if it hasn't made itself known by now, I think we're all right. Okay, I hear footsteps out my left ear, but that could also just be the soundtrack rather than D-dubs. So, but it feels like there's at least a decent correlation between that. Like if we hear wherever the ruckus is coming from, that's probably where it is as well. So if I'm right, yeah, we probably are going to get maybe uncomfortably close as we move towards Hat Creek. Really? You're going to make me go all the way around, huh? Yeah, I never go this way, because I never go up Hat Creek. Okay. Yeah, you used to, coming in from Milton going the other way, or just ignoring this part of the Muskeg altogether, because the far side's where all the caves are, or there's the cave to Bleak. There's the other cave. There's the radio towers.
The wind howling.
You got Spence's. Yeah, the other side of the south side of the zone is where all the action's at. But are those? I think those are regular jerks. Okay, there we go. And the doggos very helpfully ran the right way. And we had Darkwalker at our back. Okay, that good. That basically went as well as it could have gone. So hooray for that. Alright, yeah, hope everyone's weekend is going alright. It was just the usual very quiet Sunday for me here. Usual routine, laundry, cleaning, cooking, all that good stuff. Did send off another job application, just in case. I also took a closer look into another, different one of those that I was considering. Turns out I wasn't nearly as qualified as I thought I was. It was for basically what they call it, a public information officer position. And yeah, I could do most of what they were asking for, but they also running public information campaigns, and I have done that. I haven't done anything close to that. So, and it was for a senior position, so it was most not going to be one of those jobs where you can learn as you go, most likely. Okay, now we are in an interior location, but it's a cave, so we can pass through, but we can't loot. That is the restriction we're putting on ourselves. Yeah, I should at some point just you can't take torches out of the green fires. If we don't get a lantern at some point, I should probably just drop an actual campfire and then make some torches, because we're down to 3 flares, which, given how lousy we were with them in previous runs, it's actually kind of surprising. Also, are we going to get out of here with this flare still lit? We might not. I don't want to run, but we might have to. Okay, never mind, we're fine. I was worried there for a second, but I think we can take it from here. Okay. Oh, right. We do have time, and there is that one spot over here. I think it used to be a stim spawn spot. It isn't anymore. But there should still be some decent loot. Let's see. Revolver ammo, absolutely. Yes, yes. Don't need the bedroll. No. Sure. Nah. Hey, Pancake, welcome in. You'll be looking for a bit because you're smoking fish. Ooh, nice.
To give it plenty of space.
Well, enjoy. Hope the fish smoke up nicely. Okay, tell you what, yeah, I think we have, how are we for paint? We got 3 cans, and then we got another one coming for us, so that'll be fine. So we're going to make him go that way, and we're going to head to the exit. Now, we're probably going to have to exit under the Kosh, but we'll deal with that when we get there.
It's huge.
Yep, it's right there. And it was, if we hadn't dropped that lure, it would have been right here waiting for us. Appreciate you dropping in, Pancake. Okay, and then there it goes. Yeah, we got two bookie. Okay, this is going to be tight. Oh, fuck off.
Get away, you mother!
Okay. We're going to have to get creative here. But the thing is, we got to get creative, but we can't necessarily leave Marsh Ridge. Also, holy! Look at that condition drop. We were up by the blue bar for a bit there, but now, gee, Christmas.
Can't let it.
I could use another one of those birch bark. Or even a couple.
Where are they?
Yeah, we do have time. We got time on the fog timer. We just got to get enough separation so we can leave without, like, sacrificing even more of our health.
Shit! Shit! No!
Astrid, language.
Just back away.
We got climbs ahead of us. I really don't want to be sprinting, but we also kind of don't have an option. Okay, so there's that. All right. We got a little hairy there. Oh heck. I didn't drop my go juice. And we need that. I think we still have time. Yeah, I hate how long this takes.
Clearly not. That's not the wind howling. Not what I wanted to hear.
Less talking, more painting, please. Okay. Yeah, we need that go juice if we're going to make this climb with any kind of confidence. Okay. Now, with that done, we can sleep with a little bit more bravery. And get back some stamina before we got to climb. Got 94. Yeah, we're going to crank this all the way up. We have nothing else that's going to spoil, right? Yeah, the only thing we have is water. And we're going to get more paint at the fire. Good, good, good. Let's sleep for another 2. Because we really don't want that ward to run out unawares. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna... We're not fully rested, but I'll take that. How much coffee? Well, no, we dropped all of our coffee. But we got like 5 or 6. But yeah, we want... Ooh. If it's going to be within 150 meters, that means we're going to have to drop a ward the second we get into Milton. Because we're going to be picking up food. Which, God, what? I hate that, but again, that is the life we've chosen. Okay, timer is going. Yeah. Okay, well, do we need to grab all those cattails? Arguably, no. But if we're gonna drop a ward to protect ourselves, we might as well. Yeah, yeah. All right, fine. I've talked myself into it. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fog! Now, the unfortunate part of that is we also need this to run out. Before we can drop another ward and, say, sleep in between the 2 climbs. Also, why am I carrying around herbal tea? Because, like, if we're needing to sleep to, if we're needing that to recover condition, that's not good. Ooh, excuse me. Well, you know what? As long as we're here, and if the game will let me, it will not. Can I put it down over here? There. I guess we can't put a bedroll down on ice. Let's at least, get the clock moving on that ward. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we have 8. Yeah, we got 8 cups of coffee. Between that and the go juice, we should be fine. And I think we're going to get our first stim at the HRV fire. I think. I'm reasonably sure. Say, do we just go or do we wait? I almost think we wait. Because I would really prefer to have that ward available to me if we need it between climbs. Hey, welcome back, Pancake. We... Our exit from Marsh Ridge got a little complicated. Well, no, actually, it only got complicated because I am insisting on maxing out the fog timers and, like, running to the next zone to drop anything that could spoil. So we don't find ourselves bereft of food again, and energy drinks, which we're going to need. But overall, not too bad. Yeah, Ravine, we left 8% on the board, but Broken Railroad, DP, Bleak Inlet, Coastal Highway, Crumbling, Muskeg, yeah, all 100%. So, all things considered, we're doing all right. It's going to take 45 minutes. How much cloth do we have? I got 2. We might need bandages. All right, well, that's going to have to do then. We're up to, what, 18-degree wind bonus? Or, yeah, warmth bonus? That's not bad. Although, hang on. Let me swap these around, because you have better wind. Yeah, it's like 2 degrees versus 3. But yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm going to let this ward run down so that way, if we need to, we can drop one in the middle of the 2 climbs up to the farmhouse. And, you know, time wasted here, time wasted at the exit going to Mystery Lake. Same effect, really. But I hope you're doing well, Pancake, and your weekend's going all right. Yeah, I think we coffee up the first climb, and then, well, we might coffee up the second one because we're 10 kilos under. It would be great to save that energy drink for after the HRV climb, and save the emergency stim for, an emergency. Any other? Oh yeah, we can make some birch bark. That'll be useful. We can actually make a mega torch. That's going to cost us one of our cloth, though. I don't know if we want to do that. We got 3 bandages. That's good. Yeah, we got these for our food plus cattails. You got a whole day to yourself. Wife took the kids with her to a friend and she decided to smoke some cod. Hey, nice. Well, enjoy. I imagine it probably smells pretty good too. So is that going to be to yourself as well, or are you going to have to share that delicious smoked fish when the family returns? Excuse me. I suppose while we're here, there we go. Okay, that much better. Yeah, so we're fully rested up. Actually, we can probably just go. We don't have to wait for the ward to expire here. Because by the time we get to the climb, it'll be gone. So you know what? Sure. Andiamo. Ooh, okay. Do we swing by the hermit's hut? I think, yeah, given where we are, it wouldn't be the worst idea. We don't need coal, we don't need firewood. If there's a little food there, I'd be all for that. Pirates going with our dinner with garlic toast. Ooh, nice. So you're gonna freeze dry, so they'll be vacuum sealed and frozen. There we go. Good stuff. Mm. Smoked cod, garlic toast. Hopefully there'll be some veggies for the kids to enjoy as well. Oh, buzz off. Oh, got him.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Okay. Oh, another go drink. Fantastic. And more spray paint. Oh, this is a good stop. That will be future cloth. Okay.
Better stay alert.
Leave the coal. Grow scares might be a bad idea to add. There you go. Just a little something. You make sure they get their their 5 a day.
That can't be good.
Oh, it's like the other wolf went and decided to feast on a bun bun. Alrighty, you do your thing there, doggo. I'm don't let me pay you no mind. Yeah, the wind is being highly uncooperative here in our efforts to gain some separation from D-dubs. If I get a piece of birch bark, that'd be awesome. There we go. Alright. One more, I suppose. Am I an enjoyer of smoke? I do from time to time, yeah. I wouldn't say I do regularly, but yeah, smoked sausage, smoked fish. It's a nice treat, more than something I consume on the regular. Smoked cheese? Ooh, there we go. Okay. Hey, Nyland, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. But yeah, we are okay on stamina, so I think we're gonna coffee this first, and then we'll see where we are going into the second climb. Shoop. Now, I would like a little bit more separation, but we're definitely not going to get that now. So we're moving slow, and it's not.
That sound.
Me no likey. Also, that particular patch of snow has thwarted me so many times.
Clearly not alone out here.
All right. Come on, Astrid. Really need you to come through here. And then the second we're up top, whip out that gun because there's going to be a wolf waiting for us.
Something moving out there?
Yeah, us. Preferably faster. There we go. Come. Are you fucking serious with these ledges? It was right there. I knew it.
What was that?
I do not wish to play with you right now. Please, for to go away. Okay, well, no, we're not going into the farmhouse. So there's no need to look for the key. So yeah, we can just go straight to the fire. Oh yeah, we could pop into the barn. Peggy played some of the probably stolen playtest. It's gonna be a pretty interesting game. Lots of little bugs, not a lot of content. All right, well, yeah, it is still in playtest mode, so that would make sense. 7 out of 10. All right, that's not a bad place to be when you're in playtest. Yeah, I recently did a playtest as well. One called Bandwagon. It's like a bullet heaven, both like involving, well, there's like a bunch of cute woodland creatures who are part of a band. It was
Not what I wanted to hear.
it was very very cute, and for a bullet heaven, like a genre that has been done to death in recent years, it was still very enjoyable. Yes, flee, box, flee.
That's not the wind howling.
I played a couple hours of it. I don't think I exhausted all the content there, but it's pretty good. You played Bandwagon? Was nice? Yeah, I agree. And nice, and I'd be happy to check in on that when it is in early access or full release, whatever the devs decide to do. Oh, I get a lantern. Oh, thank Gibbers Crabs. Okay. Oh, we do get a fisherman's sweater. It's garbage, but it's better than the 0 we had earlier. You're gonna be a little quiet, Nylan? Oh, we didn't really got long COVID brain now. Okay, hey, totally understand. Be gentle with yourself, and I mean, it's a Sunday. Sundays are made for relaxing. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's. Oh wow, these carrots are kind of crap too. But yeah, take it easy. We'll be going here for a little while, so just relax. Okay. Oh, right, yes. Lantern. Finally. Please. That'll mean we can save our flares. And we got that bonus can of spray paint, which was fantastic. Well, we can. Let's sleep for 3. Okay, it feels like these fires actually. I thought they lasted for 5. Maybe they only last for 4. That would explain why we keep getting caught up short. Okay, that's fine. And then we can sleep at the bottom, yeah, at the fire in HRV. All right, let's check real quick. I have 6 notes. 4 to go. HRV, Mystery Lake, PV, Timberwolf. Okay, we're good. We haven't forgot any. I was afeared there for a moment. See any other weight management? I don't know why I keep doing this. We got all those we're gonna need. Those are fine. We'll keep the pry bar on for wolf protection. And we don't have a lot of excess cloth. Yeah, so we're 7. Oh, and we're also carrying around 21 sticks. Now that we have that lantern, we probably don't need a lot of those. Yeah, that'll help. Ooh, we're already at almost 50% on the timer here. Well, we're not going to be looting, well, basically anywhere on the way out, other than maybe the park office. So that's actually not so bad. Yeah, no Grey Mothers, no Credit Union, no Orca. Don't you try to lurk on me. Have I played Project Zomboid? I own Project Zomboid. I have seen other people play it. I have not tried it out myself yet, but I do plan to at some point. Yeah, I did see, was like build 42 or some such was stable, which is, so I guess it means it is official.
That can't be good.
Yeah, I saw other people partaking, and like, and people who are more knowledgeable about Zomboid than me say this is just going to be the way it is going forward. Like, there might not actually be a like full 1.0 release. They'll just keep releasing, updated build after updated build. Which, I mean, it's not a common approach, but I mean, it's clearly working for them. And so they said, I can't pull the, I'll wait for the full release card. At some point, we're just going to have to like jump in and try it out. Because it does look interesting. And I played, I think, yeah, before I started streaming, I was a regular player of 7 Days to Die. So, yeah, I am not averse to that genre. But unless I am counseled otherwise, I would play it unmodded, at least at first, just to experience the game as the developers intended. I know there's all manner of mods out there. You don't mind it's not to be played indefinitely? Mm-hmm. You come back to it once in a while to do a couple runs with and without mods. Yeah, that makes total sense. Are you? No. Oh, no, you're a deer. Okay, you're fine. But yeah, I know some TLD people have tried their hand at it. I know Athenon tried Project Zomboid for a while. I think he was annoyed by the isometric view, but I think it's possible to get used to that. But yeah, I've seen a friend of the channel like Lady Nightscale. She plays a lot of that. I watch was it uh, Private Lime does regular series. Ambiguous Amphibian. Oh, is Nurse or Nurse VO? I think she used to do a lot of videos, but I think she's pivoted mostly to live streams. Unmodded Subway is a bit clunky, lots of little menus to go through, and that's why I would consult experts before jumping. Like, if there are absolutely essential quality of life mods, I said I would be open to that, but my preference would be, just piling in for the intended experience. Okay. Yeah, we're leaving. We'll be back. That's much like we knew in the 90s. Uh, was it? I mean, I know there were some isometric games in the 90s. But yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, I think it wasn't last year. Maybe it was the year. Excuse me, the year before. I did a poll where people voted with channel points. To see what our series of the summer was gonna be. Maybe I should do that again. Like put in because I do have like a handful of titles I've got sitting in the old library. We could put in like a Zomboid. I think I have Baldur's Gate 3 somewhere in there, and just like other ones that would be cool to play, but that would also potentially take up a large amount of time. Problem is, I would have to find a spot in between a bunch of other releases, just where I could carve out time, play TLD and that, because I took a look. August and September are going to be absolutely packed with games that like games I found during Next Fest or just previews I found, and they're going to be coming out in full release in this month and next. So we're going to be stacked. Hey Lily, good to see you. Welcome in and happy Sunday. We're well, um, getting out of the muskeg got a little hairy. In part because I'm insisting on taking all of our perishables, dropping them in the next zone, then going back to the previous zone and waiting for the fog timer to max out. It is, I mean, it's a sensible strategy, but it's one that is complicating our life just a bit. especially when you're carrying around a dozen or so cattails and you got to pick up each and every one individually. Only one you're going to first is see through trees, a lot of trees, and then night you can see. Okay, yeah, see that one I would definitely be in favor because that doesn't change gameplay. That's purely information. You know, I would treat that like the UI info suite in Stardew. I mean, I would certainly ask around before just picking up Zomba because I know it is one of those games that is definitely unforgiving. You know, we talk about how you know, TLD doesn't hold your hand. Like Zomboid has a tutorial. Wait, what on earth are we hitting? There. Now it won't be waiting for us on the way back. I can't believe that landed. But I'm glad it did. Okay, there should be a... Oh, the revolver spawn up here is not guaranteed. Apparently. Huh, how about that? Oh, but we got a secret cache.
I think I can use this.
With pants! Oh my god! No. Finally, a second pair of pants. We've been waiting the whole run for those. Like, it wasn't until the Milton fire that we actually got a second shirt. And yeah, good pants. Okay, backpack with a go drink.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Nope. Nope. That's cloth. Okay. Now, we goat. We should keep wedging ourselves into little crevices and corners, getting stuck here and there by design. Lovely. Flawless, Astrid. Flawless. Okay, now we just gotta watch out for maybe moose, maybe timbies. That would be the way, wouldn't it? UI Plus would be another one. Honestly, you see, this should be the only mod you should play with. Suffer the clunkiness for the first time to get quality. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Experience the intended game, and then find out how the community has made it better. Okay, looking. Are you serious? On the fire. On the fire itself. That is some bullshit. Well, this does complicate things just a touch. There better be ammo in here. That is not ammo. That is ammo. Well, aren't you bold walking right up to me? I don't need this in my life. Right. Apologies to anyone who's going to use this stream to go to sleep. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Right up to me. Just the height of rudeness. Okay, what do we got? We do have our stim, and we have these if we need them. We got more Gojus, fantastic. But we do have an ear wrap now. Do we have the order to work on timbies? Yeah. I leveled up revolver firearm. Oh my god. I'm gonna burn through all this ammo. Nothing can be as opaque as Dwarf Fortress and ASCII. I've seen some people do Dwarf Fortress. It looks kind of intimidating, not gonna lie. Okay. I'm just gonna drop those. We have good climbing socks. Okay. Does the bearskin bedroll keep them from attacking you, or is that just for the bears? Does the bearskin bedroll keep bears from attacking you? That is news to me. How are we? 41, 7. Okay, yeah. I love you, Forrester's revolver. But we gotta make a switch. I'm sorry. I don't have any cleaning kits. God, well, that was just an absolute shit show. Also, why do I have a shell casing? That is bizarre. Okay, paint-wise, we're fine. We don't have a ton of flares. We have our lantern. That's good. We're gonna check that's the best part of the bearskin bedroll. It prevents bear attacks. I know it has like the bearskin coat. It has a dice roll where it can scare off wolves, but I didn't think anything scared off bears other than the Darkwalker. So that is good to know, and something I'm happy to have other people test. Okay. Shh. Well, let's get a little sleep in. Okay, well, there with the timbies. Yeah, this little interruption has kind of complicated my plan, such as it is. As far as you know, if the bear isn't tracking you, they won't attack while you're asleep. Oh. Well, I guess, yeah. Now that the down bedroll is in the game, there probably would need to be something else to entice people to keep making the bearskin bedroll. Can I get an hour in? Probably not. But I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, that was expected. Because yeah, we are not climbing unless we're at full rest. So we're not messing around, and hopefully we won't be interrupted by any neighborhood jerks. Now, you do prefer the Steam version with actual graphics? Yeah, yeah. ASCII can only carry for so long, I would imagine. Are we full up? I think we're full up. Okay, yeah. That's what I figured. Okay, we do have some cloth. We can... Actually, yeah, let me... Yeah, that would take an hour. I don't know about that. Take a swing at this. Lovely. Why? Now, I don't know if that was the last one, and without his friends, he wasn't going to do anything, but given that we are about to make our escape here, I'm not about to chance it. So what are we going to do here? We're going to let the ward run out. I'm going to go drop a lure, back over there, because it does sound like D-Dubs isn't that far away. And then once we drop the lure, we go to the climb. I think we coffee it. We have enough coffee, and we can save the go drinks for later. Okay, ward is done. Let's get a move on. We did get the note, right? Yes, we did. Whew. Not the kind of thing we want to forget. Yeah, I'm trying. How is it I actually leveled up Revolver that much, considering we didn't actually pick one up until Bleak, and other than that one Bleak encounter with timbies, really haven't had much use for it. Don't sprint. Don't sprint. Keep the cheeks together. Don't sprint. Coffee. And we go.
Give it plenty of space.
We're trying, girly. We are trying. Yeah, we're gonna do this all in one. Wait, what? Why did a ward pop up just there? That was weird. You're back, Pancake? Okay, good to welcome back. Yeah, we... the timbies were even more annoying than usual down there, but we got away with it. Okay. But yeah, they were literally parked right there on the fire. Like, I have a clip about the regular wolves, camping at the PV fire. There's a whole heckin' pack of timbies just sitting right there on our fire. And then they came back around for a second go. Timmy, oh yeah, the default state of timbies is annoying, no question. But again, but thanks to all that, we actually leveled up our revolver skill, which is weird because we've been, shy on ammo the whole time. But I'm not gonna complain too much. Yeah, it is some nonsense. Stay mad, Nylan? Well, yeah, you might. I don't know, like the next quarter when things roll over? I'm not sure. I try not to meddle in the affairs of advertising all that much, but if I remember correctly, yeah, the ads are usually sold, I think, a year in advance, or like a year at a time. Ooh, okay, well, it's only one, but one's good. So I don't know. You might be in for a year of the same ad. Yeah, the reason I know this is because I signed on for a startup newspaper back in 2008, and it officially launched in September. Again, September 2008. The teeth of the global financial crisis. But somehow, I either didn't know or they forgot that ad cycles are like bought a year at a time. So for the first 6 months we were fully operational, we didn't have a single paid ad. It was just house ads.
Nothing good about that sound.
Which probably should have been an indication of what kind of business acumen was on display, but I was just happy to be there. Now, it would be super cool if we could get more than 200 meters away before I get to the exit. Speaking of ads, you learn if you press restore down and then shrink the window as much as possible, some Twitch ads break and skip because they have a minimum resolution required to play. Wow. I mean, I guess if Twitch is going to annoy you with ads, I guess annoy them right back. Although, that definitely sounds like something you would do more on desktop than mobile. The button pressing required on mobile would require far too much precision for me. Okay, this is good. So we're gonna drop a ward. We're gonna pop out, drop our perishables in the cave. Oh, hang on. Make sure we have a lantern going, so I don't drop them in an inconvenient spot. Right there's fine. There we go. I'm gonna see if we can eat through these cattails. Yeah, we should be able to get through. Yeah, especially if we're gonna be sleeping after this and trying to milk the clock. Yeah, we'll get through all these. Yeah, I'm thinking we're done picking cattails unless we absolutely positively have to, and I can't imagine what that situation would be. There we go. One last cattail. There we go. Okay, we just now passed the halfway mark. So I got 3 pieces of cloth. Oh, how's our ward? Our ward's good. Okay, I am going to take a swing at this. Yay! Well done, Astrid. Now we're up to a 22% warmth, 22 degree warmth bonus. Netflix and Prime Video are really trying to add ads. You have to pay a high rate not to have. Well, yeah, that is bizarre. I mean, not like in a business sense. We know they're gonna do whatever they can get away with. But if we're paying for your product and you're showing ads at us, it removes the incentive to pay for said product. Or at the very least, it lessens it greatly. Does passing timer reduce the fog timer? As the beginning timer. Don't. No, I don't believe so. Well, here, let's test. Okay, so we got 20 minutes on the fog timer, 55% on the percent. Let's just pass time for an hour. So it does, and so that'll 55, 55. Yeah, so it does. It does not, because the passing time is in-game time, whereas the fog timer is real time. If I'm explaining this properly. But yeah, so it's there's a lot to juggle here. Like what works on in-game time, what works on real time. Okay. Let me sleep too. Now the thing it does do is, because the wards are in-game time, so in the pursuit of this challenge, passing time, repairing clothes, sharpening tools, it's actually it's actually not a good use of your ward if you're trying to goose your real time survived. If you're just doing it because you need to do it, then yeah, go ahead. If you go to user setting and disable an option that lets you participate in test features, that's on by default. Well, good shout, Pancake. I do not have Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Prime. The only streaming subscription I had was Shudder, and that was until earlier this year when they like every other streaming service increased their prices, and I said, sorry, I can't do it anymore. Okay, Ward is gone. I was gonna make another one. Again, not the best use of spray paint, but we have cans to spare. So let's go ahead and sleep. Yeah, that did not bring our fog timer down much at all. So next time, I think we're just gonna go ahead and stand here. You share Netflix with family. You got like 30 months of free Prime. You traded loyalty points for. Okay. Yeah, I think I had Amazon Prime like once, like a decade or so ago. But yeah, I don't order enough stuff from Amazon, be it physical products or streaming or what have you, to really make it worth the cost. So I just, and part of it is just an extension of living, trying to live minimalistically, no, living a minimalist life, minimalistically. No, come on, word better. You try not to accumulate stuff between, moving house as frequently as I do and just having small places to live in general. It 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 is a strong disincentive against just buying stuff. If I had a house, maybe things would be different. Actually, it'd probably be different. Like your life conforms to the space around it. Not accumulating stuff is not a possibility. Okay, and totally fair. Yeah. And yeah, part of the reason I can do what I do is because it's just me. No spouse, no kids. I'm just I am a leaf on the wind. Definitely don't look up how the guy who said that ended up. Okay, about 2/3 of the way there. Oh yeah, while we're here, just because I can.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are you? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it.
Ooh.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of
Did this dude just call me bitchless?
invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems,
Rude.
to
I mean, to be fair, he calls everyone maidenless. Nothing wrong with that unless your parents nag you to find someone constantly. They did for a while, but I think they eventually just gave up. And plus, yeah, my two younger siblings have both. Well, let's see. They both got married, and then they both got divorced. And my brother is engaged again, and like my sister is seeing someone, but I don't know how serious it is. So there's that. Yeah, I have been I've been declared maybe the black sheep, or I am the one through whom people live vicariously, because basically no one else in the family except for said cousin who moved to Ireland and married an Irishman. No one else travels abroad. So that is my filial duty of going interesting places, taking lots of photos, and then letting the fam experience the world through that. Or at least that's what I tell myself. The NPC. Oh yeah. That NPC is almost as killable as Patches. I got killed by the tree sentinels shortly afterward. Okay, well, yeah, you and however many tens of thousands of other Elden Ring players. He's got, oh, I got shiny armor on a horse. He must be friendly. I wonder if he has a quest for me. Okay, so yeah, let's just hang out here, and we'll see if we can, max out that fog timer. So we dropped our go drinks. We have our there. We're gonna eat our last cattail. Excuse me. Yeah, and the health bar appears. But yeah, that is the Elden Ring way, right? It's how you're welcomed into Miyazaki's world. I don't know if it was your first FromSoft games or they were basically screaming, "Hey, I was in the same boat." But yeah, I think we were doing a charity fundraiser stream, and basically the higher the total, the more games we unlocked, and part of the rewards we unlocked me doing Elden Ring. Before I picked that up, the most actiony games I'd played were like Hades and Boyfriend Dungeon. So yeah, Elden Ring was a learning experience, but I got through it. So yeah, I think you definitely take your time, enjoy the world as much as you can. Hey, my hire, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. We're trying to relax a bit after uh like even by timbies standards, the timbies were rude here in HRV. Like they were sitting there on the fire. Elden Ring is fun. Like that. Yeah, absolutely. The open world aspect is what really it kind of drew me into it as well. Your third affiliate anniversary is coming up. You're challenging yourself to get back to playing Elden Ring. You put it after like 2 hours. Well, if you're not enjoying it, then don't force yourself. But I will tell you this: our girl Tina Bug, who is all sweetness and light, she actually picked up Elden Ring as well, and I think she went away from it after a while, but she did beat like the first story boss, uh, Margit. I think Margit. And Tina does not do action games. I think like the most actiony thing she usually plays is like I would like that hunter, like the big game hunter, or Pal World. So it was very much a departure for her, but she managed it. And yeah. So Lily, I believe in you. You can do it. You can get back there. You can kick Margit's ass, and then the lands between are your oyster. Yeah, Margit the fellow, that fella. Him of the big bonking stick. If Tina can, you absolutely can, Lily. Because I will say it, as frustrating as it is, and it definitely can be. There aren't that many boss fights where it can't be unpicked by being patient, learning the boss's moves, and then figuring out what you have in your toolkit to counter that. And don't listen to the really annoying Souls fans. People complain, "Oh, you used magic; it wasn't a real run. You used spirit ashes. It's not a real." To hell with that. If you weren't meant to use them, they wouldn't be in the game. You parried him to death? Yeah, I can see the allure in that. Because I made liberal use of the summons for boss fights because what, I'm somehow above that? I'm a better player than calling in a ringer? Like hell I am. And I will say, as much of a deviation as Elden Ring was for me, it did get me what is probably my crowning achievement as a capital G gamer. You know, never, first run Elden Ring, never played a Souls game before. I beat Millennia on the first try. Now, did she almost one-shot me? Yes. Did I call in the Mimic Tier? You're damn right I did, but we won. Just because things doesn't mean you have to use it. You never use. Well, you don't have. Doesn't mean you have to use it, but it is there for you if you wish to. But yeah, I agree. Play it in the way that brings you joy, because it's a. Well, I guess technically you can do it online. I don't know why you would. But yeah, if it's a single player game, play it however you want. And they, oh, you're not cheating the game, you're cheating yourself. No, fuck that. You're not cheating shit. Okay, pick up bedroll. So so 90% on the timer is when the little clock in the bottom left goes red. I think we can. max that out before we lose the war. That would be the most convenient thing. You can play selective multiplayer, just letting your friend. Okay, so I have a little private world. Okay, that's good. Because I know if you do just like open multiplayer, I know there's no end of like griefers and people who are there to make your life, well, be even more of a hell than it already is if you're if you're struggling in Elden Ring. But yeah, that is a very nice option. Yeah, I played offline. Or no, I mean, like I streamed it, but like I did not have any online features when I played Elden Ring, which is great for my mental health, but that proliferation of messages people leave turns out also actually gives you some useful information now and again. Strange how it leads to multi. Yeah, I think that the people who like confuse playing difficult video games for having a personality. Because like, if normies start beating from soft games, and they won't feel special anymore. Come on, y'all. Just it's not even. I'm not even telling. Hey, don't think like that. I mean, it'd be better if you didn't. But if you want to think like that, okay. Just keep that shit inside. Have that be part of your inner monologue. But I guess those you can't flex your e-peen by just being satisfied with yourself and getting your validation from within. But anyway, you're a bit of a mask is going to be difficulty in games, but hey, and nothing wrong with that. And there are definitely games built for that particular mentality. I am not of that, but hey, if that works for you, abundanza. Hey, Bumblebee, good to see you. I guess happy Monday to you. Are you up early or up late? Okay, bedroll we have. The mature ones who feel like that won't lord it over others. We only encounter the numpties. Yeah, and honestly, numpty is a great insult. I think it doesn't get used nearly enough. You always play on easy mode with yeah, and well, easy mode, story mode. Yeah, and honestly, it's totally fine. There are times when I just want to, focus on the story as well. And it's like and in some games where the balancing maybe isn't what it should be, might even be my preferred way to play. Okay, 3, 2, 1, fog! Up early, probably not off again. Probably say, well, I appreciate you dropping in. No, just pick up the things. Pick up, pick up, pick up. I probably could have left that tea behind. But I appreciate you dropping by, Bumblebee. And, well, I hope, sleep. If you do drop off again, I hope the sleep comes and does what it's supposed to do.
Not what I wanted to hear.
But if you want to hang out as well, that'd be totally cool too. Okay, got distracted by chat. But, oh well. Just took a little wrong turn.
What was that?
Okay, not ideal, but we can make do here. Just, I just don't want that dog to be anywhere near. There, that one. Yeah, it is nowhere near. Perfect. All right. Still plenty of aches and pains from moving house on Sunday, but feeling barely okay. Good, good. I was, I said congrats and or well, congrats on completing moving house, assuming you have. 'Cause I know how much of a pain that can be, both uh, psychically and physically. But I do hope you get to rest up and then pop plenty of the old Panadol or whatever you need. I literally tried to try Darkwalker on the fan-made regions. Oh really? Wow. Still works. Just no cliff fire or pages or brave. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that was what Bash found as well when he glitched his way into the far territories. Despite them, the bridge not being there in Broken Railroad, he found his way there, and they're basically the same thing. None of the accoutrement. And if I remember correctly, he also said the Darkwalker was actually moving faster, which would be odd, but given the reality warping effects of the far territories, also believable. With the extended blizzards and electro fog and what have you. Yeah, tell you what, bud, you just enjoy. Don't mind me. You use Dev Console, again, couldn't get you inside a hoop. Okay, yeah. Who was it? Yeah, the earlier today it was Sophosticat. She was doing her Darkwalker, or Dance with the Darkwalker run, and
What have we here?
terrible. Yeah, she actually had a snafu coming out of the dam, and she got so close that the proximity meter actually went away, which means she was within 5 meters. And usually, when the game does that, it's just assuming, well, you're toast, because D doesn't get you. But somehow, I don't know, she jumped over it, or hurdled it from that first ledge coming out of the dam, and she actually got away. And her run's still going, which was wild to see. Feeling more relaxed now that you shifted. Place is nice and clean too. Previous flats were pretty gross. Ew. That's unfortunate, but yeah, good. That's a good upgrade to make. A nice quality of life and peace of mind. Now, are you flying solo there, or do you have different, preferably cleaner flatmates? Okay, Wolf over there. We're not going into the Orca, but we will check the car. You know, we'll check the guardhouse too. Definitely take the cloth. Future repairs. Nope. And nope. Nope. Okay. But we do have less than 10 minutes to go. We should book it. We'll stop by the park office, grab a soda or two, and then we'll get moving. I saw you there. Now, okay, we have moose rubbings. Do we have the rest of the moose? But as long as it's well away from the climbing area, that's fine. Yeah, I do want to stop in here for some soda. Nope, definitely not those. Nope. You?
This'll come in handy.
Yeah. Okay. We could loot the drawers and whatnot. I don't think that's strictly necessary. We are a little bit up against it. Not terribly so, but enough to where I would prefer to keep moving. Another soda. Soda desuné. Okay, and we have coffee and go drinks if we need. Quickly, please. You have one flatmate who owns the place. He's very tidy and very reasonable in his shared living. Okay, good. So I guess if you must have a flatmate, that's probably a good one to have.
Something moving out there?
Okay, so given this setup, oh, and the wind is moving directly in our face, because of course it is. Why wouldn't it? Yeah, I think we're going to skip
Better stay alert.
the cave, and let's go straight to the climbing spot, because we are down to like 6 minutes on the timer. And there's nothing we're like in a horrible need of.
That can't be good.
All right, we got eyes on the rope. Lovely. Yeah, so we're
Not what I wanted to hear.
we are if we're gonna do the drop and run back and forth thing, it's gonna be complicated because we're gonna be under the cosh, but we'll try.
Clearly not alone out here.
And yeah, you know what? Do we just ditch that? Yeah, we'll ditch the herbal seed. I don't think that's worth keeping around at all. Okay, coffee it up.
Something moving out there?
It's that coffee moving through your system. Let's go! Are we still gonna need a ward over there? Yeah. Yeah, probably. Actually, almost certain. Alright, up we go. You know, shift working at a hospital, get the place to yourself for the odd weekend and evening. Big improvement having flatmates that don't work. How? So were their parents paying their rent or something? That's not. Yeah, that is far from ideal. So why fucking wind, man? Oh, we already got the timer. Ugh. Wait, so then when do we do the food spoilers then? That's bad. Wait, it must be a percentage then.
It's not the wind howling.
Because like the timer goes red at different the different minutes, but it's always at 90% on the
That can't be good.
meter. Basically, the percentage is different compared like when it's depending on the size of the zone. Go go go! Yes, yes, please. Yeah, we were wind free for a blessed second, but obviously that has ended. We're just gonna go straight in. The ward can wait. Okay, over here. Now all the useful stuff. And
Better stay alert.
this is very wasteful, but better that than not. Yes, we're at 94%. Yeah, so the timer turns red at 90% of whatever zone we're in. So, okay, so maybe it's at 95% fog timer. That would make sense. It's like the value in the bottom left changes depending on the size of the zone, but I think if it's like the turns red at 90% and then the killing wave, like all the wildlife dies and the food spoils at 95%, and then 100% is full on fog. I don't know that for certain, but that pattern would fit with everything we've seen so far. Okay. Where do we go when we get into Mystery Lake? No camp office, no trappers. Oh! Fishing huts. There we go. That'll be a good way to milk some time. Okay, I like it. See, ward is there, so we should be able to walk right up to this and still be protected. Yes. Ten, 9, 8. So 6. Start this. 3, 2, 1. Fog!